Mr. Robot was created by Sam Esmail and stars Rami Malek, Carly Chaikin, Portia Doubleday, Martin Wallstrom, and Christian Slater. I'm finally getting around to watching this legendary TV series. If this video does well, then I'll make reviews for seasons 2, 3, and 4, and then do a ranking at the end. Also, since this series has been out a while, I'm not going to restrain on spoilers, you've been warned. Let's go ahead and get started. As for the plot, Mr. Robot follows Elliot, played by Rami Malek, as he's recruited by a group called F Society to try and take down an evil corporation. I really love the premise of the show. However, this premise is hurt by slow pacing and a lack of direction. Episode 105, Exploits, builds towards the group accomplishing part of their mission, but the end of the episode sidesteps this and they end up accomplishing nothing. Later on, it's revealed that most of the series, or most of what we'd seen so far, didn't actually happen and was instead a figment of Elliot's imagination. This reveal cheapens everything we had seen up until that point. All of the investment that I had towards F Society and their mission was gone. This season even features a hallucination episode which made me facepalm. Plus, towards the end of the season, the other members of F Society actually manage to take down the corporation that they had been trying to the entire season. But this entire event takes place off-screen in between episodes. What should have been the climax of the season, we didn't even get to see. So while I like the premise and the concept for this series, it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Part of it wants to be Fight Club, part of it wants to be War Games. Part of it wants to focus on Elliot and his mental health issues, while the other part wants to focus on this group of hackers trying to take down this evil corporation. That being said, I didn't hate the plot of this season, because there is some good stuff here. The best episode of the season is episode 6, which is called Brave Traveler. I love the rivalry here between Elliot and Vera, and Shayla's death was truly heartbreaking. I also really love the cinematography for this series. The color palette and the shot composition all really help define the tone that the series is going for. I also love the score by Mac Quayle. It adds a lot of atmosphere to the series. Let's move on to characters. The protagonist of this show, Elliot Alderson, is the most fascinating character in the show. He suffers from social anxiety and has mild schizophrenia. His philosophy and his character arc is probably the best thing about this season. Rami Malek leads the show very well and has good chemistry with his co-stars, particularly Christian Slater. I also really like the bond that Elliot forms with his neighbor Shayla. It's one of the very few relationships in the show that feels genuine and fleshed out. However, this series does suffer from Dexter syndrome a bit, meaning that none of the other characters are nearly as investing as the protagonist. There are a few other characters that are well developed, like Angela or Tyrell, but none of them are really given a lot to do. They each have their own side story, but their side stories don't really connect to the main storyline, and I have trouble getting invested in their respective side stories. Also, with the exception of Darlene, played by Carly Chaikin, or is it Chaikin? Shaikin? I don't know how to pronounce it. The other F Society members felt very bland to me. I wish that we had gotten to see them bond more and see more of a team dynamic develop among them. Let's talk about the themes. I don't really like the philosophy of this show. The idea that one corporation could own all debt is bonkers. Also, there's no way that taking down one corporation could end debt slavery. Also, the idea that one corporation is responsible for all evil is just kind of bizarre. This show also does the thing that shows and movies do where they say, okay, the world is screwed, we have to, Control Z, do a redo, we can't, fix the world we're in right now, and I just don't like it when shows do that. The show also just doesn't really do a good job exploring the ideas that it presents. It tries to explore ideas like debt slavery and themes like consumerism and greed, but only explores these on a very surface level. So overall, there is a good premise here and some good characters, but a lot of the execution falls really flat in my opinion. I'm going to give it a mixed review. At this point, when I'm filming this, I've only watched one episode of Season 2, and I think I'm going to continue because Season 2, that first episode grabbed me. It got my attention. But I'll admit that Season 1 was pretty rocky, at least in my opinion. So yeah, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, check out my channel. I have movie rankings, TV rankings, movie reviews, TV reviews, stuff like that. sometime over the next couple weeks I want to be able to finish and upload a video essay that I've been working on for a while now. As always, stay safe. Thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe. Bye.